Here's a real head scratcher. What if I don't know what I want to manifest? I just know I want something better than this. Maybe some money, maybe a relationship, maybe better health. I mean, those are generally the three things that people want, but those can show up in so many different ways. So this video, I'm going to discuss how to figure out what it is that you want. If you're not clear, or even perhaps if you know what you want, how am I going to get it? Like, let's say you want to manifest $10 million. That's a lot of money. Well, you can do it. It's going to take some effort, obviously, unless you are, I don't know, Jesus. Let's just say you're not going to wave a magic wand and have the money just materialize in your hand. It doesn't really work that way. There's still going to be action involved, but you start with being, right? You start with being, and then the doing comes after that. It comes to you. You know, you are also on purpose taking actions, doing things to cause things to flow your direction. But you'll find, I think, when you focus on being, that things pop up in your reality. You just kind of stumble across people, resources, situations. It's like that when you focus on being. But I digress. This video is about what do I do if I don't know what I want or how to get what I want. And my answer is very simple, you guys. Ask God. Now let's talk about God. That word, some people, they feel uncomfortable using it, and that's fine. But why? And what do I mean when I say God? Well, the reason people are uncomfortable with that word is because for many thousands of years, there's been a lot of unnecessary baggage, dogma attached to that word. A lot of belief systems, right? Which are all thoughts. They're all opinions about what people think you're supposed to do, right? Maybe some of the stuff is true, I don't know. But generally speaking, you know, it's a lot of have-tos. You've got to do this. And if you don't, God's going to get mad at you. And that's just not how it works. So I think that's why the word God makes some people uncomfortable. But I'm bringing it back. And let me tell you what God really is. God is nothing more than everything that is inside and outside the universe. That's it. God is existence. You could also say that God is the great I am, because what is outside the universe is the great I. The great I am. The great exister. And for any of you who have had a very deeply spiritual experience, Satori, you know, those aha moments, those very deep, moving spiritual experiences of nirvana, you have experienced the great I. That's what's outside the universe. You can detect it internally. Now, something I notice in the general spiritual community, that is to say spiritual but not religious, is people refer to God as the universe because they are uncomfortable. And I don't recommend that, because you're leaving out the most important part. The I, the great I. You could call it the all. In ancient Hermetic philosophy, that's exactly what they called it. Because whatever is outside the universe, and I'm not going to open up this philosophical can of worms today, you can't really talk about it, because as soon as you say that there is an it for you to be talking about, you're technically already doing it wrong, because it's not conceptual. But again, maybe I'll save that for another day. So whatever is inside or outside the universe, the all, we'll just call it that. I like God, but you call it what you want. So this great I am, which I'm going to guess most of you have experienced at some point in your life. Otherwise, you might not be here. And if you want to experience that, just get to work meditating. Become an expert meditator. And guys, I don't beat around the bush. You might have noticed in my relatively recent upload, Law of Attraction upload, where I talked about the manifesting code breaker. And I pointed out there's not really a code breaker. You got to make it a lifestyle. You got to commit. So get started. But if you're not sure what you want, just ask. But what's really important is you have to have faith that it's going to arrive, that you will be given the answer. And I'll even make that one easy for you. The infinite consciousness, the great I am, and the universe, the all, right? God. Do you really believe that God is incapable of answering your question? Just a simple question. Of course you don't. Just keep telling yourself that over and over and over again. Write it on a big piece of paper. You know, one little trick that I have my students use all the time are sticky notes. And I'm the sticky note king. I got them all over the place. You should see my house. But just start with something simple. You can write this down. Faith. And we'll talk about that in a second, but write that down really big on the top of the note. Faith. And then, of course, God is going to answer my question. And that's it. Faith. Of course God is going to answer my question for the reasons we just discussed. Of course you believe that God could answer a simple question. So what you're actually saying to God and the universe is, yeah, I'm going to get the answer, duh, right? Yeah, maybe I don't have it right now, but it'll come. That's kind of a little workaround, right? I think people in law of attraction, right? Circles, law of attraction disciplines, teachings, discussions, everybody kind of recognizes that you get what you are. So if you say, I want something, then you get the experience of wanting that. You have to say, I have it. So just say that you have the answer. That's faith. By the way, if you want a hand with this, sign up for my e-course. It's not expensive, and I even have payment plans, guys. I make it very, very easy and affordable to sign up. And we're talking like $40, $50 payments to get started, right? When I say I have payment plans, I'm talking about that. I make it really easy for you to get started, guys. And it's not expensive, and it is really comprehensive, 26 hours long. And then there's coaching calls when you're done. You can talk to us. So sign up today, check it out. Now let's get back to the matter at hand. These techniques, these tools, you just ask yourself that question. Do you really believe that God's not going to answer you? God, what do I want and how do I get it? Show me how to do that, and I thank you for doing that. Actually cultivate gratitude. Cultivate gratitude. Touch your heart and cultivate gratitude that God is really, for really real, is going to answer your question. Guys, that's faith. It's not hope. Faith and hope are very, very different. Hope, you can have a little bit or you can have a lot. Faith, you either got it or you don't. The Bible said, if you have but the faith of a mustard seed, you shall move mountains. Why? Because you don't need a lot. There's no a lot or a little. You either got it or you don't. It's that simple, guys. Simple, simple video today. Think about it. You really believe that God's not going to help you figure out what you want and how to get it? Of course you don't believe that. And I'm not even just saying that. I don't think you really do, and neither do you. Think about it for a second. Of course you don't. Of course you don't. Of course God has the power to do a thing like answer a simple question. So just be patient and, again, cultivate gratefulness. Touch your heart and cultivate an emotion of gratitude that the answer is coming your way, and it's going to come soon. Watch this video again. Watch it every day. Do the sticky notes, guys. Never give up. Never give up. You just got to be more persistent than the doubts in your mind. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching.